Hey friends, Josh Zaring here again, and I finally received my GoPro Hero7 Black, and I'm very excited to test it out. One major thing I noticed in the 1,000 reviews that I watched on this camera was people were testing audio, but they still put music under it. So how am I supposed to hear if there's noise, if there's wind noise, if there's rumbling? How am I supposed to do that if you put music under it? So this review has no music whatsoever underneath it. Another thing is, I'm definitely not using a gimbal because I made a really big deal out of this not needing a gimbal, and it's a gimbal killer. And I have tried it a little bit. I'm pretty impressed, but I haven't fully tested it. So there's no gimbal, all hard mounts, mounted to the chest, head, and a small bendy tripod. So I'm going to attach it to anything I can to fully test the quality of the digital stabilization that GoPro is putting so much fluff into. It's not that I don't believe it, it's just saying you don't need a gimbal is a pretty big claim. So instead of boring you, I'm just going to get right into it. I'm not going to explain exactly what I'm doing. You might see changes of outfits because this is going to span a couple days, and I'm going to do as many different activities as I can. So check this out. So now this test here, you should never expect any camera or gimbal or Steadicam to really actually do this. This is the running test, and it's just attached to the small grippy thing, no gimbal. I am out of shape. Running and me don't go together. This is the mountain bike test, and I'm gonna go back to trail here with the chest harness on and see how it does with the stabilization and all that. Let's check this out. So the other new feature is the TIMEWARP feature of the GoPro Hero7, and I'm going to do a couple of them, and since there's no sound, this one's okay. I'm going to put music under it. It's okay. It's okay. So we're at the shoe factory, and I'm going to do a time warp of this in Palmyra, Pennsylvania here, the whole way around the building. It's a lot of walking. Now here's a short segment of 240 frames per second at 1080p. There's no stabilization in this mode, and I'm not going to stabilize it, but it is 240 frames per second, so you're probably not going to notice any jerky motion. So this is a low light test. As you can see, I have it on a small tripod, very small tripod. And we got some daylight coming in, but realistically, I wouldn't advise going any lower light than this with this small of a sensor. So here it is. It shouldn't affect the sound at all, but this is the GoPro mic, and I'm shooting in 24p linear mode, 2.7K. Walking down the hallway. I'm gonna walk down the hallway again. Now I'm backlit. And I'm kind of wobbling, so I'm interested in seeing how stable this is. And now I'm going to go down the stairs, and I'm just going to hold it. No, not two hands, just one hand. We go down the stairs. And just in case that didn't sound believable, I'm going to do it again with the camera going forward. So, this is vlogging mode, and I'm gonna just treat it like I would a big camera and walk around and talk. And feel like talking about the camera. Is it good for vlogging? Heck yes, it's good for vlogging. And you can argue about the depth of field, how everything's always in focus and it's not cinematic, but realistically, you could use this for your walking shots and then throw in your B-roll from your big camera and color match everything, which is probably the hardest part of it all. Just color grading the GoPro footage to match your DSLR or mirrorless, and then you're good to go pretty much. And realistically, as long as you throw that smooth, milky B-roll in there, and the low depth of field at like 1.8 or 2.8, and it's just gonna meld itself together. And I think it's worth doing because the GoPro, you don't have to worry about a whole lot. It's small, you can put it in a lot of different places that you can't put your big camera, and there you go. The audio is improved, much improved. It's cold and windy right now, and I reviewed some of the footage where it was also cold and windy, and I didn't hear hardly any wind noise, which is great. But I would still put like the Rode Video Micro in a cage and put this in it and get a real vlogging experience with a heck of a lot better audio, because those tiny little mics in the GoPro are great. They're much better than before, but take it up a notch and have it be really, really great. So I obviously highly recommend this. I upgraded from the Hero 5 Black to the Hero 7 Black. I skipped the 6 altogether, and I highly recommend this, even if you're switching from the 6, even if you have the 6. I sold my 5 to get this. GoPro didn't endorse this. GoPro didn't sponsor this. I paid for it myself, and I had to wait like everybody else. But I did pre-order, and I got the free memory card, which was really nice, right from GoPro's website. So if you're looking for a compact vlogging situation, or just to be used as an action camera, I definitely recommend it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe and tell your friends. Create, share, repeat, and keep it awesome. See you next time.